Okay.
Today was going to be an amazing day of music. Hi, Bill. Good evening. Welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Crazy House. Oh, music review, I'm sorry. So, yeah, things happen in the studio sometimes. Yeah. And you just have to go. It happens. So, I love bringing you music. It's a passion, it's a joy. I go on these hunts for people that will bring music to you that you will love. I didn't have to hunt real hard for our guest tonight. I had to convince him repetitively to do the show. He's been here before, but he's busy, and he's not a big social media kind of person. And well, anyway, what he is an amazing musician. He's probably one of the few people that I will call a 5-star kind of guy. He's a human that is top-notch, real human, good people, and his music is fun, and he doesn't like to wear shoes. So he's just a lot of character to bring into the studio. He's going to play awesome and wonderful music for you tonight. Sit back, relax, get some popcorn or something, some corn on the cob, I don't know, get something, and enjoy the music from Sandman Allen.
When I was down among the diamonds, skipping seashells across our sea, I never dreamed I'd live so long. Oh, you'd be living here with me. When I was up around the ozone, with a misty mountain view, I never dreamed of New York City. You know I always dreamed of you. I'll sit me down to write this love song. A little north of New Orleans, when I get back home where I belong, I wonder what the song will mean. When I was down among the diamonds, skipping seashells across the sea, I never dreamed I'd live so long, or you'd be living here with me. I never dreamed I'd live so long, or you'd be living here with me. Thank you for that embarrassing introduction, Dot.
I'm sorry. It's all
just
true.
another guy with a guitar and a bunch of songs that I wrote because if I didn't write them, I'd go nuts. And it's kind of worked for almost 60 years. The writing, that is. I've been around longer than that, but that's okay. Here's another one, as long as I got this capo. Just like the door before you, just can't ignore. You got to go and explore it for yourself. You see some sweet Creole creature, so you speak out to reach her, 'cause you think you can teach her something else. You say that hands are for holding and you got time to take. When you get old, you'll have no heart to break. As soon as you believe it, I know you ain't gonna leave me by myself. There you go, dressed like a hobo, but for your nouveau chapeau and that smile from the California coast. Say she's a blue-eyed and blonde. You feel that the feeling upon you, and you know just what you wanna do the most. While you work the night shift in this graveyard town, you need a light to find your way around. As soon as you can afford it, you're gonna put yourself on board a plane and fly. Just when you think you're sinking so low on the brink of breaking down, you go to drink that bottle dry. You get cross-eyed and crazy, and your visage is hazy, and the ways you see are surely not your eyes. Get out of your bottle on an even keel. Foot on the throttle now, you got both hands on the wheel. And now that you can feel it, no one gonna steal your heart away. Well, I said, and now that you can feel it, no one gonna steal your heart away. Well, not that you can feel it, no one gonna steal your heart away. Steal your heart away. Ain't gonna steal your heart away. Ain't gonna steal your heart away. Ain't gonna steal your heart away. Nobody gonna steal your heart away. Ain't gonna steal. Ain't gonna steal your heart away. Thanks. I'm like warming up here, which is not easy. Old guy like me. Some days. Okay, I have paraphernalia. This is a Weizenborn lap steel Hawaiian style guitar. I call her Maya. And I'm looking forward to make sure that stays there. It's all part of the show, folks. I think that'll work. Okay, now I gotta look at things. Excuse me. It was early of a July morning. Bounced me out of bed. Stumbled to the stable, harnessed Rusty Red. Choked me down some coffee just to clear my head. And over and over all day long, this is what I said. Well, which one will it be, sir? Short ride or the long? Either one is gonna please her. You just can't go wrong. Take a little pleasure. Come on, be a sport. Now, what's it gonna be now, the long ride or the short? And I'm just another driver on the line. Now me and Rusty, well, we get along fine. We take you to another place and time. But I'm just another driver on the line. Go on and put your arm around her now. I could take your photograph. You're bound to see somebody famous. Maybe get you an autograph. I got a lot of stories about the park, but if you want, I just won't talk. Yeah, now Rusty takes a notion to run sometimes. It really rather walk. Now me, I'm just another driver on the line. Now me and Rusty, we're of the same mind. We'll take you to another place and time. And I'm just another driver on the line. Yes, I'm just another driver on the line. And me and the horses, well, we get along fine. Live and dream in another space and time. And I'm just another driver on the line. I'm just another driver on the line. I'm just another driver, and my life is on the line. Thanks.
You're awesome.
That song came from I had a job working driving horse and carriage for a couple of years in Central Park, and got a few songs out of that life. But that pretty much explains what a day was like. Let's see. This is a song I wrote after. I took a trip to Hawaii many years ago, and in the aftermath, excuse me, I came up with this one. It was a cold and nasty winter in New York City, and I found a way out. The song pretty much tells a story. It's called Wide Papaya Smile. May go out on the town tonight if I got some money to feel alright. See the world in a different light. Get a little loose, 'cause I've been so uptight. Say you love me and you understand when everything don't happen just the way we planned. Give each other that helping hand. Now we can make a mountain right to where we stand. Going out for a walk a while. It's only 22 blocks a mile. Come along now, you won't cramp my style. Sure to wear your wide papaya smile. February was in a rut. Seemed to happen every February, but this time it got me right in the gut. I really had a craving for a coconut. Went to Hawaii, escaped the snow to visit a friend of a friend of a friend I know. Meant to stay there a month or so. I come back early, I missed you so. Now going out for a walk a while. It's only 22 blocks a mile. Come along now, you won't cramp my style. Sure to wear your white papaya smile. Aloha, ooh, aloha, I may go out on the town tonight if I got some money and to feel alright. See the world in a different light. I got to get loose, I've been so uptight. Going out for a walk a while. It's only 22 blocks a mile. Come along now, you won't cramp my style. Going out for a walk a while. It's only 22 blocks a mile. Come along now, you won't cramp my style. Sure to wear your white papaya smile. Sure to wear your white papaya smile. As long as you're coming, darling, sure to wear your white papaya smile. You got a white papaya smile. Mahalo. It's my Hawaiian song. Excuse me, I'm going over here just for a second. My tea. I used to worry about the road I chose. I guess I had to second guess. Now the further down this road I go, I know every step's been blessed. And when I'm visiting my past these days, I look around and let it go. 'Cause I don't wanna live so fast these days. I just want to let it flow. I got a crowd of friends around me. We got a lot of loved ones who passed on. But when I feel the love surrounds me, I know they're not really gone. I know nobody's really gone. But that one unanswered glance, that time I wouldn't dance. These moments that memory brings. And when the music plays, what I had to say slips away until I sing. So I sing, la la la. So I was carrying this tune around. I had it humming in my head. It's just a melody with breath and sound, waiting for something to be said. So now the tune is walking me around. While I'm waiting on the words, I wait in the silence for that seashell sound where my muse's voice is heard. She says the song is never ending, in a voice so warm and clear, I want to smile and stop pretending I'm not listening to the only voice I hear. Now I'm gonna smile and stop pretending I'm not listening to the only voice I hear. When she speaks, the only voice I hear. But when she sings, when she sings, the only voice I want to hear. Oh, the only voice, it's the only voice. My muse is the only voice I want to hear. The only voice. Everybody's talking at me. The only voice that's coming in, loud and clear. The only voice I really need to hear. For my muse. I hope she likes it. Wherever she is. Well, I was born in the state of the empire. I grew up in the deep, sweet woods, was my home. When I was old enough to leave that place, well, I wandered off, I roamed. Spent a little time out in California, just long enough to get the feeling I didn't belong. Then I was waving adios once again to wander. So I wandered on, I roamed. And I'd say, well, do you want to come with me? Or do you want to go? I'm waiting here just to hear from you. She said, no. I mean, they always said no. I was going where the grass looked greener. I was looking for love in everyone I met, until the very first time I seen her. And I said, well, I seen green, man, but this is green never get. And then I said, well, if you want to come with me, well, if you really want to go, I could wait a while just to hear from you. She said, no, come on, let's go. In a state of perpetual motion, on a boat that floats gently down the stream. It's a perpetual state of confusion until I wake up, when I wake up from this dream. Until I wake up, when I wake up from this dream. Thanks. Yes, the dream. Okay, I don't know how long I'm supposed to be here.
Days.
Days, the woman says.
You got one more song and then we're going to talk. How's
One
that
more
sound?
That sounds fine. I'm going to go back to Maya Wiley Weisenborn. Just because I'm more comfortable playing this these days. It's what I do. I feel like I feel like a novice guitar player because I just don't do that. I do this. That's about right. This is an old song, and I haven't played it. I haven't figured out. I stopped playing it about 30 years ago, and then I figured out how to play it on this thing, and I brought it back. I hope it works. Just brought it back recently. forgive my clumsiness. A light rain is falling, and nothing seemed to fly. The mountains are calling, they're green and getting high. You were with me, I never was alone. I was with you, yes, I used to call you home. And we went walking and we found our way, and I was thinking that you would stay, but you are in the mountain, I am on the street, walking and counting, the stepping of my feet, and I am coming to you when things have settled down. I am coming to you, see this circle turn around, and we'll go walking and we'll find our way, and I will sing you what I have to say. Alhamdulillah, 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 Alhamdulillah. These strings have kicked a bucket, but still I have a song. I will pick and pluck it, I will sing it all night long. And we are together, we never are alone. We are together, yes, and we can call it home. We can call it home. Alhamdulillah, 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 Alhamdulillah,
Woohoo!
Something like that.
That's so much fun. Sandy, you want to come over here and mic
I-
up, and we're going to talk about stuff.
I'll come over there.
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
Awesome. So while Sandy's getting mic'd up, let's just talk about some things that are really important in our neighborhood. We need to take care of our neighbors. Mask up if you have to. If you're not going to get vaccinated, wear a mask. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get on a soapbox. I'm just going to say, let's do what's right for each other. We love each other. We take care of each other. We're in this thing, it's called a pandemic, and it doesn't seem to be going away as quickly as we'd like it to. So let's take care of each other, okay? Also, remember to support your local music, support your local mom and pop shops. We need to take care of our community, and you know how I feel about that, so just do it. It's the next right thing. Now I'm going to talk to the Sandman. Sandy,
Am I okay? Is that good?
you're good.
Okay.
Welcome back to Grandma's Attic.
Thanks for having me, Dot.
I
Always a
love
pleasure.
having you here.
I hope I didn't play the same songs. I know I played a couple of different ones.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody
Okay,
cares.
good. I
No, I don't mean it in a bad way.
I
I don't mean that in a bad way. People love watching you play. People love being entertained by The Sandman.
I hope so.
You've been doing this a long time.
Yes, it's true. It's true. A long time.
Sandy, how many, just locally, let's not even get into nationally, but just locally, how many different bands have you played with here in the hood?
Okay. Well, there's 4 or 5 different ones with Jim Carpenter.
Right,
I'll count that
right.
as one.
You're gonna count that
Probably
as
about
one.
half a dozen or so, maybe more. I started playing. I moved here in 1980, and I started playing. I didn't start playing music at all until '85, and yeah. So since
Do you
then,
remember your first gig here in New London?
I was still drinking, so
Yeah,
not
well,
really.
me
No.
too. I remember not remembering the things that went on in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But we had a good time. I don't care what
Oh, yeah.
anybody
Yeah,
says.
yeah,
We had a
yeah.
really good time
Yeah.
till we didn't. And that's cool. So we share a bunch of things, but we share a birthday.
Yes.
And I find that to be very reassuring because the two people that I know that have the same birthday as I are fine musical people. One is a DJ and one is yourself. And I have so much respect for both of you that I have to figure that there's some good mojo in that date. There has to be. There has to be because, all right, let's talk about some of the songs that you've written. You sang about your muse. Do you find that that is how you write a song? The muse gets you and carries you along, or was that just a song?
Well, let me start by saying there's always a woman involved. and I want to say, I want to be clear that there is woman writ large is an influence on my music. You know, woman. I'm a feminist. I realize that. I've always been a feminist, and I realized that during the Kavanaugh confirmation. It just dawned on me that I couldn't. I said I can't relate to those people at all. And anyway, I don't want to get off on that. But
No, it's a good thing to be a man and admit that
it's
loving women and being
Well,
a feminist is an important part of being a real man.
yeah, and I'm just gonna take the thread just a little farther before we get back to music, and that is that although everything is music, we've lived in a militaristic patriarchy for thousands of years, and
Right.
it's not really working very well, and it's time we tried something different.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree 100%. I do.
And I believe it's possible. I'm getting old enough now that the future is not something I personally have to worry about too much. But it's not about me and my future.
It's about our
whatever
kids
few
and our-
years I have left on the planet.
It's about the people that are coming after us.
Yeah, and
I agree
it's all of
100%.
us. We're all in it together, and we can keep killing each other a little while longer, and then there's not going to be anything left. So we might as well try something different. We better try something different. And that's I'll get off my soapbox.
Thank you for your soapbox. I love that.
Well, good.
What makes you write a song?
No, what makes me write a song is, I've realized I'm trying to figure out. I've been trying to figure out since I was a teenager. This thing, and that thing.
That thing.
And I had some, I had some trauma in my teenage years of a sort that I'm a sensitive guy. It made me even more sensitive to romantic. I just had some suspicions and paranoia and trust issues for a while.
Mm-hmm. I understand that. Yeah.
But this trying to figure out how to get along with women and not scare them. I have a very dark, solitary part of me that I don't let a lot of people in, and it scares me sometimes. I don't want to scare anybody else. So, but I'm just trying to. The songs are therapy for me. I'm sorry, I'm going around the block there.
No, that's fine.
But it's therapy. If I didn't write the songs, I would have these lingering questions would be in my head, bouncing around all the time. And so it's all pretty much the same song. It's about relationships between. I'm trying to find the key to getting along with whoever, lovers, whoever you have relationships with. It's about that. I have had I learned things from writing the songs. Words are music is easy. Words are really tough. Words take a long time. That's why I don't write a lot of songs. I could write instrumental albums, but when I put words I'm really picky about the words I use because I don't want to.
Because they mean something.
Well, I want to make sure I try to get them to mean what I'm thinking, but then they never do. That's the thing about words. They fall short of the essence,
I think that one of the things about your music that people grab onto and relate to is that it does mean something. All of your music brings to the very core of a listener's being a reality.
Okay, well, good.
I think that anybody that you talk to that is going to be honest with you is going to tell you something along those lines. They may not use my words, but they're going to tell you that your music has meaning.
Okay.
And it has meant something to, I've known you for a number of years now, and I've never heard a song come out of your mouth that didn't move me or shake me up or soothe me in some way. And you have this song about your Central Park experience. That's one of my favorite songs. And I didn't hear it until a few weeks ago. You were playing at the Whale Tail. That was the first time I had ever heard it. And it has resonated with me over and over and over again. And I think there's more to it for me than just the story of being the horse-drawn wagon driver.
Yes. Yeah, well, then in that case, I succeeded with that. And I'm not trying to portray a lot of false humility or anything. I'm careful about the song. I'm proud of the songs. I mean, some of my songs, most of them, I feel good about. They're all a labor of love, and when people do respond, when someone comes up to me when I'm packing up at the end, I usually I can tell that I got through on the way I wanted to get through.
On a spiritual level.
I consider what I do, when I'm doing it right, I'm in the transportation business. I'm not in the music business. I'm in the transportation business. And if you get on board, you're going to get it. And I don't know, the songs come out of meditation. Something makes me laugh, and I may be likely to write a song out of it. But it's not necessarily something that's going to make you laugh or anybody else laugh. I have a problem with that. In fact, on the other side of that coin, I wrote a song. I almost played it today because I haven't played it in years and years, but it's called Initial Resignation. And I wrote it when I was 19 or 20, and I was living the high life and wondered how long that could go on. And the song was it was sort of a cry for help, but the first time I played it for a guy in the band, for anyone else actually, he laughed, and I didn't know what to make of that. I was really hurt, and I was like, well, I don't know, maybe I played a wrong note or something. So I asked him when I said, "What are you laughing at?" And he said, "This is a funny song," and I was like, "Wow, I'm sorry." This is painful. This is really painful stuff I'm writing about here. But so I actually stopped singing that song for a long time. And there were a few songs like that that were too personal. It's common among young songwriters, the angst, that age. It's that age.
I do.
You want to, and so some of them are stashed away, and I will probably never play them again. But there are a few from back then that are interesting, and I drag them out now that I'm a senior citizen and I don't have a full-time job, or music is a part-time job these days. I have time, and so I drag out the old ones and rearrange them a little.
How many songs do you think you've written over the years?
I would at least, it's probably a lot more than I'm going to say 50, but I'm sure it's probably twice that many. And but I play like 30 or 40 at a time, and then it sort of shifts, and I play and I don't use a set list. As you notice, I try to be spontaneous, so I just it's what I like playing alone, because you don't have to tell a band, well, this is what we're going to do next. But right. I have at least 100 unfinished songs, aside from the ones that I consider finished. And I'm working on them, but who knows? I'm not worried about it anymore.
No, and as we get to a certain place, age-wise, we get to a place where it really doesn't matter.
No.
What matters is what we do day to day, and what we put out there. Exactly. And I agree with that. Sandy, you have always resonated with me. I find your music to be incredible. I find your humanity and your humanness to be what's the word I want? You invoke change in people.
Oh.
You bring things to me that not every musician does. I think you do that to everybody. I want to thank you for that. If you could say one thing that you want the world to know, what would that be?
Wow. Well, right at this moment, I don't know. That's big.
It is.
On the way over here, we have a date, a time warp thing here probably. But on the way over here, I was noticing, what's in the air these days is smoke from California or out west. And the air is. I was worried about singing because I was warming up on the way, and there's smoke in the air. Now, I smoke, so it's not. I shouldn't make that big a deal out of it, except a few years back, California smoke meant something much different than it means in this present day, and we gotta think about that, people. Things are burning and flooding, and there's something going on.
There is.
Wake up, I think, is what I would say.
I agree with you 100%.
And I'm not fully awake. I'm doing my best, and
you're doing great.
Just take care of one another. That's it.
I preach it all the time.
And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Would you do me a favor and take us out with a song?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one that this comes from the darkest, most painful heartbreak place, and it was really therapy to get me out of a rut I was in, and it didn't work right away. And I couldn't sing the song for a while because it hurt too much.
Well, you go ahead and play what you have while Sandy's setting up.
But
Let me just
what
tell you
happens?
all. See you next week. Go ahead, Sandy.
What happens is when I write a song, after a while, it becomes as if someone else wrote it, and I can sing it without getting over emotional. It's called Hollow Heart. I used to believe in a real thing. I used to believe in love. I wish somebody warned me at the start. Now I'm waking up wondering what I was thinking of. I wonder what's gonna become of this hollow heart. You see, I fell for the fairy tale a time or two. I felt so free, it felt so true. It was long ago, it's faded now. It's all a dream anyhow. I used to believe in a real thing. I used to believe in love. I know Mama tried to tell me from the start. Now I'm waking up and wondering, what was I thinking of? I wonder what's gonna become of this hollow heart. Oh, what's gonna happen to my old hollow heart? Nearly got married when I was a kid. I mean, everybody said